So for Dope, you play Malcolm. He's kind of this nerdy kid. You have two friends who are also intense nerds.
Indeed.
And you are in Inglewood, which is not exactly the place where nerddom thrives.
Yeah.
Now, there have been, I feel like black nerds are having a moment in pop culture. They're kind of, they're always been black nerds, but it seems like whether it's Dear White People or even Donald Glover, who's name-checked in the movie at one point, they're having this moment. And I wonder if you could speak to like how you prepared for the role. Are you like naturally a black nerd, or are you?
What's your definition of nerd?
That's a good question. Nerd as in, well, if we're gonna go by the definition within the movie, it's someone who is into manga comics, Donald Glover, doesn't like things that quote unquote black people are supposed to like.
Well, then yes, I'm a nerd, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm different in every way. I'm a creative being. I'm not normal.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I stand out. That's just my, I don't know, that's how I feel. How I got prepared for this role, really, I just read it and dived in. I talked to my my director, Famuyiwa, and I chilled with Kiersey. She plays Diggy.
Yeah.
And Tony as well, who plays Jib. And we just came up with backstories. We sat down with the director. We said all the stuff that they've been through. These kids have grown up together. And, you know, we really painted a picture before everything that the audience will see.
Yeah.
And then we built chemistry and we dived into the character. Who is Malcolm? What does he do? What are his habits? What is he like? What is he not like?
Can you tell me a little bit about like what that was for you?
Malcolm is, I feel like he likes to walk fast. He doesn't like to walk slow. He likes to walk fast. I feel like Malcolm likes to, you know, he bobs his head. He's like, yeah. Malcolm is a little timid, so he speaks with his eyes instead of his mouth all the time. Sometimes, you know, he'll speak with his mouth, but his eyes will say it all. Yeah. You know, and in every way, we just really dissected the character. I had a notebook, just wrote down everything I could. I read the script multiple times, threw myself into the character as much as possible. I became Malcolm.
Cool.
Yeah.
And so there's a very kind of poignant moment towards the end where you were reading your college essay for Harvard, and you kind of go back and forth like student A and student B. Like student A is this straight A student, taught himself guitar and plays in a punk band and does like is a science nerd. And then student B has developed a business that's not quite legal, and which one is it? And there's a moment after that kind of punctuation where you put your hoodie up and you turn away. Now, I feel like a lot of viewers might read that as kind of reflecting on the current state of things, whether it be Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown. And can you speak a little bit about that? Was that a conscious decision?
It most definitely was. We're telling a story. We're giving a message. If you see this movie 20 years from now, you're supposed to have that same vibe that you just said. Like, what's going on? The message is still going to be there. Even if you forget about Trayvon Martin, you're not going to forget about that scene in the movie.
Right, yeah.
You know, we telling a story. We're giving a message. That's something in the black community that means a lot, for sure. And Rick is definitely somebody that is deep into that. Like, we all are close, and when we were filming when that happened, and you know, that's definitely a message that was a conscious decision, for sure.
And sort of the dichotomy for your character between having that more smart, nerdy side, and then also the juxtaposition of being in this environment where there's the extreme, like gangs and violence. And I mean, Mike Brown, it seems like after he was killed, a lot of people tried to vilify him. And did you kind of see that as like the student A and student B as kind of being like those two sides coming together?
The whole point of Dope is to show that these kids, the black community, or not even just the black community, because there's different races in the movie, but just anybody from the hood, you can't have this image like everybody is trying to kill you, everybody is a thug, everybody, because that's not what it is. Sometimes you just grow up in a place and you have to get out of it. Right. You have to navigate your way out of a situation, and that's what this entire movie is about. All the other stuff, you know, I don't want to get too political, but you know, it's a clear message. I feel like we're not trying to hurt anybody. We're trying to save the world. We're trying to change the world. We're trying to be the best that we can to the best of our ability. You know, and that's what I feel like this movie is. The whole statement behind the movie, the timing of it, it just happens to be a coincidence in my eyes.
Yeah.
But the timing of it is perfect because it's the right message and it's going to impact people the same. When I heard you talking just now and how you quoted different parts of the stuff I was saying, for me, I got to tell you that means a lot for me because I was reading this script. Yeah. And when I was filming, it's like it's different when somebody else can tell me what I was doing on the.
It definitely resonates. It definitely resonates.
You see, and that means that I did my job. That means that the message is clear and the message is going.